But nah, we're here with the triple OG, and I see a very popular Yu-Gi-Oh card. So
yes, sir. All right, we'll get right into it.
Straight into it.
All right, so pure build. Gotta run 3 of them things.
Nice.
All right.
Nice. Ghost. They're not DDS though.
They are not DDS, no. But go
like
Ghost is
Alan
up there
to
flexing. All right, 3 alternative. And don't come at me with these ain't ghosts. I just bought a house, so
real life problems.
Yep.
I got you.
Yep, the secrets played just fine.
Right.
All right, 2 Dragon Spirit of Whites.
Do you like playing 2?
Absolutely. This is a back row removal. Gets spells and traps on the field.
Right.
And get a situation where it'll you contribute it to summon a Blue Eyes from your hand. So you can actually get around a skill drain with this, which I can explain. You would summon it out of the graveyard, activate both effects while skill drains up. It resolve Chain Link 2, Chain Link 1. You'd summon the Blue Eyes, just go back to grave, then you get your banish.
Right. So you still gonna get some kind of plus out of it.
Yep.
I got you.
Yep.
In case y'all didn't know, now you know.
3 Ancients. You can get that summon on the end phase of a Blue Eyes monster. Also helps you recycle your Blue Eyes back into your hand. So if you get in a pinch, you can banish one, get an alternative, get your summon going. You know.
Right.
1 legend. Don't really need more than 1. I mean, just get you a Blue Eyes in hand. You know, quick synchro summon, link summon, whatever. 3 Sage or Eyes of Blue. This gets your tuners into your hand if you summon it. So you also synchro summon with it. Then it has the discard effect where, say I summon an alternative, pop a monster, it obviously can't attack.
Right.
So I can discard the Sage, target the alternative, send it to the graveyard, and summon another Blue Eyes to beat over you with later on.
Do you feel like this is the best way to play Blue Eyes? Sometimes I see people play this, and sometimes I see people don't.
As far as a pure build goes, yeah. Yep. Ritual and fusion, they still need a little bit of work. Working on that for future reference.
Is that in Kaiba Corp?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Probably there with Black Kaiba.
Yes, right. 2 Ash. I only run 2 because seeing hand traps is good, but I want to see the engine more.
Yeah.
And I chose Ash because there's not a deck that Ash doesn't hit.
Right. Everybody's gonna feel it some kind of way. Right.
And 2 Droll, because this is the format for Droll.
Right. Shout out to this Drytron playing scrub over here. Hopefully he gets locked out by at some point.
That's all the monsters.
Orange light.
Let's drop into the spells. You got 3 Melody, Awakened Dragon. Discard 1, get them Blue Eyes in hand. Get the summons going on. 3 trade in. That way when you have Melody and you got to trade in, you summon the alternative, pitch the Blue Eyes, draw 2 cards.
Does the card ever still feel outdated, or does it feel like there's nothing that could be,
Yeah, I see a lot of people run a card of consonants, but the ratios with the tuners is not correct. Right. So I've ran it before and I ended up taking it out because it ended up being a brick.
Right.
2 Successor Soul. This card's stupid. Tribute 1 effect monster you control, then you target one of their monsters, an effect monster, send them both to the graveyard, and summon a normal monster from your hand or deck. So, let me get back into this real quick. This actually works with this if you have it in your hand. Treat it as normal in hand or grave. So if I have...
That's what he says. Right?
Yeah. So if I activate this, send... something, say I popped something in an alternative, I send it, get rid of some of this, then I summon this from my hand, I get a banish, I pop a spell or trap, because it's normal in hand. So it works real well like that. You also bring the big Blue Eyes out from deck. Quick play, so you can do it in on the battle phase, whatever. Just start clearing board.
Right.
3 Return of the Dragon Lords. Gotta revive them big monsters out, and it also works real well as a replacement. So Dragoon, whatever blows up stuff, you're not responding to anything, so they can't negate it. This doesn't activate, so it just replaces. So if they try to pop something, you just banish it and go on about your day. 2 Silver Scry. This gets the normal monsters back out from your graveyard.
Quick question: do people still forget that's in your graveyard? I know that has to happen at least.
They do. They do. Especially a lit game when it's buried in there.
Right.
But yeah, I've got the 2 Silver Scry. This quick play gets the normal monsters out of your graveyard. So what I like to do with this one is I'll have a Dragon Spirit of White, tribute it, summon a Blue Eyes, then activate this, bring it back, banish.
Yeah.
I only run 2 because you only do it once per turn, so I don't want to see it a whole lot, but I like to see it.
Right.
Then you got the one of Monster Reborn.
Is that LOB?
It is LOB. Too bad it's not a first day, but it does have the little magic instead of. So it's OG. It's OG.
OG got the OG.
1 Dragon Shrine. A lot of people will run this in conjunction with a Foolish Burial. I don't run Foolish because you can actually dump 2 dragons with it. And
I don't need it.
I don't really need to dump all that much. I want to have some resources for later on, but so I just run the 1, and you can only activate 1 per turn, so it just kind of makes sense.
Yep.
The 1 for 1, one of. If you open up something heavy, you can activate. Send the Blue Eyes, bring out the tuners, then start going off. Then the last spell is 1 Bingo Machine. This is kind of the upstart goblin of the Blue Eyes, and we're going to be seeing a lot more of this as soon as Megatons come out because that trap card is coming out. But
the Eternal Soul.
You can search it with it. So you reveal 3 Blue Eyes monsters or 3 spells or traps that have Blue Eyes White Dragon in its name. Show it to your, they pick it at random.
So technically, this is your Dark Magical Circle. Technically.
Technically.
Okay. Technically.
Right. But typically, when you activate this, you're showing them 3 of the same card. You're gonna get what you want. If they ask it, okay,
you don't care.
Right. And that's all the spells. Now we have the traps, 3 ultimate creatures of destruction.
What does this card do?
Okay.
I know you destroyed me with this card.
Dude, this card is nuts. All right, so you target a Blue Eyes monster you control. It's unaffected by all card effects for the rest of the turn. It cannot be destroyed by battle. And anything that attacks that Blue Eyes monster, granted, you still take damage if whatever, but whatever attacks will die at the end of the damage step. So it gets rid of stuff, makes your Blue Eyes a wall.
Right.
The second effect, which is the nuts, if it's in the graveyard and you summon a Blue Eyes, which includes alternative because it comes Blue Eyes on field, you can reset this card. So this is actually 6 cards in the deck.
And it's a double up too.
Yeah.
On top of that. Yeah, that's insane. That card is crazy and a big pain in the ass.
Yes. A lot of people, they do not like this card.
It's like an evil booster. Really.
Yes. Then the last card of the deck is Skill Drain. It's a 1-of for a reason. Yeah. And basically, you get this out and it becomes a slugfest. And there's not a whole lot of things it's going to do with, I could drop a 3,000 beater, at will. And if you can't respond to it, you're not going to be able to get out of it.
You don't have an answer for it.
So that's the main deck, 40 cards. All right, let's get into the side deck real quick. Oh, you want to do the extra deck first?
Either one. So
let's do the extra deck first. All right, we're going to start off with the links. 1 Hockey Fiber X, Needle Fiber, whatever you want to call them.
Yep.
This allows the pure build to combo. Granted, the only thing bad about this is I've ran into Nibiru a few times, going off with it. But the ash hurts. But
your target for it is usually. What do you usually special out for? What do you special out? One of the stones?
Yeah, I'll bring a stone out, Link Kriva, all that, and then go off. Radic Seal. I don't think I really need to explain this one too much. It's good for removal. Brings out the. Also would bring out a. It depends on the circumstance. I need to bring out a stone or a level 1. That way I could, like if I had a Link Reaper in the grave, I could start bouncing it back and forth. Or I could bring out Dragon Spirit of White and start removing back row.
Yep.
Again, then mention the Link Rebo. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Knocking attack down. Then the one that surprised everybody here, Relinquish Anemia. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so late game.
Not
This
to
card,
confuse with Enema.
right? Late game, this card's sick. So, and I have pissed off a lot of people with this card, especially guys with that like to summon access code talker. If you don't kill me with the access code talker, I'm gonna take your access code talker and I'm gonna kill you with it. So literally, what happens is access code talkers, they'll summon it to the zone and it points here, so I can summon it here, take it. And it keeps the attack of whatever access code talker is. So a lot of the times, the access code is just 5K.
And you get fire smacked down.
Yep. I have made some people real mad with this card. All right, so one fusion, Blue Eyes Twin Burst. Technically not a fusion, but it is a fusion. I can contact special summon with it with a 2 Blue Eyes. So if I pop something with an alternative and I have a Blue Eyes, I can summon into this. It attacks twice and it can't be destroyed by battle. And it's good for removal because whatever it doesn't destroy, it'll banish. So if I got something that's giving me problems, I can swing into it, take a little bit of damage, but it's gonna go away. This card gives Salamangreat a fit because it makes him choose or makes him make hard decisions about that Balinks in graveyard.
Gives him a big thing.
All right, so that's it for the fusion. We got Synchros. I'm running 2 Blue Eye Spirit Dragons.
Timeless card.
Let me tell you, this card shuts down a lot in this game. Your Cyframes, Tribrigade Revolt, anything that's going to summon multiple monsters at one time. You can pendulums.
Pendulum players.
It basically shuts them down to say Virtual World Numeron Prank Kids. This kills Prank Kids. Has 1 graveyard negate. So anything activates in graveyard, got them negate. Then it has the other effect where you can activate tribute, then you summon a light dragon synchro monster from your extra deck, which gets me into the next one. Azure Silver Dragon. When this one is summoned till the end of the next turn, dragons that I currently control cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. So I got a full board. Someone wants to do something cute, tribute this off, bring it out. Now the whole board's protected for that turn and the next turn. All right, then the last synchro, TG Wonder Magician. I actually use Needle Fiber's second effect to summon this. Yeah, bring it out, pop something. I would summon it in defense because when it's destroyed, I draw a card. Blue Eyes likes drawing the cards. All right, that's it for the synchros. We got the XYZ materials. Galaxy Eye Cipher, good for stealing. I mainly use this to overlay into Full Armor Photon Dragon. With this, you detach, pop anything face up on the field, and it can still attack. So it's got the effect of alternative, the ability to attack into it. It's 4,000. So you get rid of something problematic, and you're able to still swing with it. All right, got the Hope Harbinger. Pretty well self-explanatory. This one, anything that's attacking directly, you can summon this out, or if you have something that's giving you a lot of problems with the spell cards, obviously you're gonna bring this out and get you a negate and a steal. Then we got Sanafon, the Sky Prison. This card's nuts. Works well against Drytron. Anything that's gonna special summon a whole lot out of the graveyard. Good late game because it gets 100 for every 100 attack and defense for every monster in the graveyard. So both graveyards.
Right.
So late game, this
Just
thing.
a big ass dweller. Right?
Yeah, it's gonna just increase up into some big ass numbers, and you really can't get rid of it because once you activate it, it can't be destroyed by card effects. All right. Then we got some removal. Dingirsu. Good removal, good protection. Gets rid of the problematic cards. Doesn't target. So pretty well self-explanatory. Yes, it is the ulti. Then the last in the extra deck is Zeus for more removal. Typically, I would use this after I would do something with Galaxy Eye's full armor. You get the
AKA Travis Kelsey.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Chiefs.
Absolutely.
Nickname, so
And my homeboy's birthday.
Happy birthday, my homie.
But summon full armor photon, get it detached, attack, bring this out. You got the more materials underneath it. When it later on in the game, if I have a sage in my hand and this thing ain't doing me any good anymore, sage it. Get a blue eyes.
You're right.
All right, so that's it for the main and extra. Let's get into the side.
To the side, you can really expand it out.
All right,
it's always so different.
The side, we got 2 Gamma Seal and 1 Humongous. The reason I'm running something different other than this is because I want to be able to, say I give you a Gamma Seal, I want to summon this so I can beat over it.
Right.
If I happen to open it, I don't want to open up 3 Gamma Seals,
Right.
2 Gamma Seals, whatever. So,
But it does play in if you wanted to for level
Right.
8.
Yep.
Rank it.
2 Ghost Bells. And reasons for this is there's a lot that this thing hits that, when Striker came back, everybody was like, oh, you got to run the DD crew. Now this thing will hit the multi-roll.
And protect you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hits Ice Dragon's Prison, which is a broken-ass card. But this card just hits more. I use it tonight against the Eldritch player, and every time he tried to summon the Eldritch, I was no, Bill. No,
Right.
no, that's not happening.
You're going to feel this one.
3 Dark Rulers. This is for going second. You want to shut down Dragoon or whatever. Yep, this is the way to do it. Don't really need to explain that too much. Then we got some back row hate. 3 Cosmics. I chose the Cosmics because the Mystic Mind Field Barrier combo. You banish the field spell. They're stuck with the field
Shout
barrier.
out to George.
That's right.
You kind of looking over my shoulder a little bit.
But you got that. Then you got the cards that if they're destroyed and sent to the graveyard, they pop off. Now we're going to banish that, get that thing out of here. Then we got the
Feather Sweeper.
Feather Duster. A few back row hates. And the last 3 is Summon Limit.
Because nobody would ever see that coming.
So I don't necessarily need combo off. So this will come in against combo heavy decks. If I've lost game 1, sub it out, bring this in with a skill drain, and
Does it play well with the other trap card too that you had in the main deck?
typically I would sub it out for this.
Oh, okay.
But I have
kept them both.
kept them.
Right.
This is pure hate. This is pure hate.
I've actually felt that.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes, but it's not hard for me to just go, okay, alternative, swing, okay. Then you got little 500 guys over here. What else you want to do? That's the deck.
I appreciate you,
No problem, man.
captain of. Well, you're the de facto captain of Kyber Corp. Long Black Tie. You're like local out here, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shout out to Black Highway. He's the man that has
Black Kaiba's the
mentor.
president. He's the vice president.
He's the vice president.
He's
VP.
doing the dirty work, and now he's the spokesperson.
Shut up. Shout out to the Cobra Kai shirt though. We're out, bro. I appreciate
Yeah.
you. Shut up, man.